Mikey wanted to do something special for y'all, so this is going to be a Q&A. We'll be listening to each track of the album. I'll be asking some...
I got my team, thank you, Oz. Carlos is not here, but give a round of applause for Carlos and Oz.
Yes, sir.
My brother who's in attendance, Danny. Thank you so
yes,
much for everything.
We got family in the building.
What a lot of people don't know is that he's actually on this EP. He's on this EP, and I'm so happy that I'm so happy that he said yes to it. You know what I mean? Because he inspired me as a kid. You know what I mean? To rap and music, and I used to look up to him. And, he did, although he only did like 2 songs. He only did like 2 songs. Yeah, he only did 2 songs.
Hey, I went on tour, cuz.
He went on tour, yeah. He only did 2 songs, but even those 2 songs, man, we used to be in the crib. He'll tell you their stories, us just making music, and I love singing. That's a big thing for me. I love singing. I just never embraced it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
All right, so the whole time I'm going to be talking to you, so if you guys feel disrespected because I got my back to him, so especially you, dog, I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure from him. He's like, yo, I don't know how. Just give me his back. So we're going to get it started. As an artist myself, I understand that there's a process to everything. And that goes with just, aside from just music, anything creatively, or working, or even building a relationship with people. So what was the process like for I.R.S, and how do you feel about this?
Bro, it was, honestly, man, it was a long process. It was a long process, and Bronson would tell you, like when we first started, we weren't even working on I.R.S. We were working on another EP for Caution, and we spent day and night on that. But it built us, to really get accustomed to how it is to actually, do an EP and master it, and the vocals, and make sure the takes are, perfected. It was, like I said, I had so much people around me. It became a little bit more simple because we went through the hardships, in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that EP, it was very tough. You know what I mean? And then just going on to this one, it was a little bit more smoother. You know what I mean? Like the transition, and Bronson will tell you, although he did a freaking fantastic job on the mix, man. And it was tough. Those things are tough. I'm not an engineer. You know what I mean? But just having pieces in your group that really that's really gonna make a difference.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? For me, at least, I'm just an artist. I'm a wrriter. You know what I mean? And just to having Bronson,
Bronson's the GOAT.
Bronson's the GOAT, right? Round of applause for Bronson, please.
Yo, make some noise for Bronson.
Please.
And while y'all here making noise, I want to make sure everybody has their phone on vibrate real quick. Should have did this before we started. I'm sorry for those who are watching. Make sure y'all got your phones on vibrate. So talking about that, you were getting into how Bronson has been a big part of this as an engineer. What does your team mean to you? And by team, I mean everybody, as far as who was directly involved with the project, and family, supporters, friends. You know what I'm saying? What do they mean to you?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything, bro. Everything, because Bronson knows when we first stared, man, it was in my 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
I still live there. But Bronson, day and night, we would be in my room cooking up. Yo, Bronson, what can we do? What's the next move? We always thought a little bit ahead, and also it was very tough. It was very tough, because when we first started, it was hard for everybody to believe in the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's very tough when you have a company, or you have a group. It's very tough for everybody to believe in the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think them, I couldn't have done it without them, because they believed in themselves. And that's what I wanted them to see, to believe in yourself. It wasn't about believing in me. It wasn't about that. It was about believing in yourself, that you could do this. You could be the best, the greatest. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's what's up. So let's go back to you now, because I see you like to give credit to a lot of other people aside from yourself, which I understand. That's humbleness, man. I love it. So let's talk about you here. Can you describe your childhood? What was it like being, Mikey Jr.? MIK3Y Jr.
My childhood was quiet.
Okay.
I was a very quiet kid. I expressed my emotions with football. I expressed my emotions with writing. And it was difficult, man. I lost my pops when I was 7. You know what I mean? But my brothers and sisters, they were growing up. You know what I mean? So the problems that they went through, throughout their teenage years, I think I took a lot from them. You know what I mean? Because when they went through situations, I looked at that and I was like, okay, all right, that's not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And what's crazy? They don't even know it, but they inspired me a lot. You know what I mean? To not do things that they didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they did things that were bad, or in their life, you know, problems or whatever. And I took that as, okay, cool. I don't want to disappoint nobody.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to disappoint nobody, but how my childhood was, I was very quiet because I didn't want to disappoint nobody. You know what I mean? And I felt like if I spoke, it was gonna be one of those things where it was like, okay, cool, well, I'm gonna disappoint you. There's a chance, and I didn't want that chance. And I think with music, it was one of those things. It was okay, cool. So I get the chance to speak, you know, what I feel. You know what I mean? And my music runs deep. It runs real deep. You know what I mean? And so I felt like that was my escape, right? I never knew it because I thought it was sports. I thought it was football. I was a QB, all-star. You know what I mean? But that's not what I was destined to, and so now I'm here. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. I know you was, I relate to that so much. You know, learning from family, even the ones who maybe weren't there all the way, or learning from, you know, like people you look up to and seeing where they made their mistakes, and learning from that. I also thought it was a little awkward that your brother's here and you were like, you know, learning from his mess ups.
Yeah.
My brother just always messed up every single day and every second of my life, and I'm just learning from it now.
No, we spoke about it, and he knows, man.
Yeah.
It's a blessing, man. It's not, you know, not a lot of people can say. Not a lot of you know. And, you know, it's very hard to say, oh, I got a big brother that really, you know, like, it's tough, man, because, you know, they want to do good for themselves. You know what I mean? But I can't even thank him so much, man, for what he's done for me, you know, in my life, work-wise, music career. You know what I mean? It's, bro, like, everything he ever wanted. You know what I mean? And I felt like when he stopped doing music, it was something that I wanted to continue. I didn't know how to. You know what I mean? And I felt like that's one of the reasons why I put him on the EP. Yeah. Because I wanted to continue that legacy, you know, in a different way.
That's what's up.
So it wasn't because I was good.
Aside from the fact that you're very talented. All right. Cool. So now we got through where you learned just basically who Mikey is and how you learned to become the man you are today. So let's jump back into the creative aspect of this, right? So what or who motivates you?
My family, my niece and nephews, man. I'm a big advocate for, like, you know, the next generation. And so how I grew up, man, is how we grew up. You know, it was more like, you know, you just watch and learn. You know what I mean? And so, but it wasn't more like, okay, I'll put you in this position so that you could be and do what you want to do, you know, for your life. Dreams wasn't a reality. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that you chased, you know. And I want to change that in my life. And my siblings, you know, and my nephews. I love my nephews, my niece and nephews. I think they could be whatever they want to be. You know what I mean? But you really have to put your heart in it. You know what I mean? You really have to believe it in yourself. And dreams aren't just dreams, man. I want everybody to know that. Dreams aren't just dreams. That's all I gotta say, for real. Because people think, oh, you know, yeah, it's a dream, man. I don't know, man. Yes, life keeps going, and you have to pay your bills, of course. But, you know, after your 9 to 5, you work 100%. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You work 100% for your dreams. So. Absolutely.
All right, man. That's what's up. So I have 3 words here, and I need you to help me out here. So I need you in 1 word or a sentence, or a paragraph or an essay, or a 30-minute conversation with me. I need you to describe these 3 words, what they mean to you, or just you know what it is between these 3. It's writing, family, and YMBC Records.
Writing, lifestyle. Good. That's what it is for me. Okay. Family, forever. You know, through thick and thin. A lot of my family members. I've been through shit in my life, man, and my family. You know, but it's forever. You know. And then YMBC Records, legendary. Okay. Legendary, man. I want YMBC Records to be like, you know, what people didn't think you could be. A record label could be, which was humble and making sure that everybody eats. You know what I mean? And a lot of record labels, you know, what they do is scam, you know, this and that, and then there's no credits. You see me, I walk around and I give everybody credits. You know what I mean? From Bleach to Bronson, Reg, you know, everybody. Teo, everybody. I want everybody to win. Okay. You know what I mean? I want everybody in YMBC Records to win. Dope. You know?
That's what's up, man. Well, that was the grand opening. Thank you guys for coming so much. Now, man, we're gonna get into the actual project now. So this is the exciting part, the more exciting part for me at least, because I was blessed to be able to listen to the project before, and I gotta say, bro, I loved it. It was something I was able to, you know, drive and just jam out to, bro. It was something that, you know, made me think. It was I was able to ponder on the music and not just kind of just you know, and I had to pay attention to it. So it was really cool, the depth that was in it, the storytelling, the emotion, the tone, I could feel it. Aside from the great mixing job that Bronson did, you did an amazing job of bringing that energy to it, which is something that I feel we're lacking a lot of in hip hop. You know, as far as
man,
that
for sure.
goes.
No, yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. The first song is I.R.S, if I'm not mistaken.
I.R.S.
So we're gonna go ahead and play the song, and then I'll have a question for it, and we'll, you know,
cool.
so on and so forth. But we got the sound man. Sound man.
Oh, nice. Your opinion never matters. It's a new me, I'ma get it. No remorse for all the cowards nowadays are counterfeited. Don't be speaking jambalaya. If I'm seeking, then I'm winning. If I'm seeking, then I'm with. This redemption season, I'm on a mission now to get it. I ain't through though. My senses telling me I'm growing. I ain't never peaking. I'm about to make it just to hit it with the crew and make it flip. This redemption season, I travel miles, too much heat. I gotta cool off. My GPS is ETS.
I.R.S. That's why you call it I.R.S.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody understands. And then also the I.R.S. is probably one of the only things that many people don't like to mess with because they're one of the most popular. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically saying don't mess with him. I don't know if that's what he's trying to do, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and throw that on there. Wow. Okay, so that was amazingly dope.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I noticed it was a trap beat, and I don't know if that's something you usually do, but I don't feel that. Like, what was it that inspired you to jump on a trap beat this time?
You know, the whole song, man. The whole song in general is about. For one, this whole EP is structured differently from most EPs or albums. When you hear albums, you usually hear them from beginning to end. The story is from beginning to end. My whole album is structured from end to beginning. So it's a real bomb. Like here you go, everything in one song. You know what I mean? This whole EP in one song, and then detail by detail is every song afterwards. And the trap beat actually came from. Actually, it's crazy. Me and Bronson, I'm very versatile, man. I love doing different beats and different songs. And Bronson was like, "Yo, you know, like, have you ever done a trap beat?" And I was like, "Nah." I was like, "Actually, yes, I have." And I showed him some old stuff. He was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then. Okay, you know that saying by Michael Jordan that goes, "Yo, I take everything personal."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Bronson didn't say nothing to me. In my head, I said, "Oh shit, Bronson, this nigga just said I can't do a trap beat?" I said, "Yo." And he doesn't know that story, but it's true. I made it in my head. I was like, "Yo, I want to do a trap beat," you know? And a lot of people, you know, nowadays trap just sounds different. You know, just, you know, you hear the Kodak, you hear the, you know, NLE Chopper, all respects to them, you know what I mean? But like, you know, I just wanted to sound different. I wanted to sound like my own style, you know, using a trap beat. Yeah. But it was a mixture. That song, the whole thing was a mixture of the whole EP, how the frustration, you could hear it, and you could hear, you know, when I'm done. Basically, like I'm done speaking. You know what I mean? I'm done with everything. Yeah. It's just coming. This is redemption season.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's an amazing way to start a project, I feel. So the second song we have is I Can't Stand.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and get into that. TJ. I Can't Stand on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
And I can't stand for another man to judge me on my talents, trying to justify the man I am. My line gets strained every night. I pray for goals that I done set. Don't need you on my chest, and I can't change all the energy you gave me. Thought you saved me from the bad times that I had, but I can't waste my time with faith.
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Mikey!
Man, it's just from I.R.S. to that, like shit. That's dope. That's dope. I'm about to but I did notice. So when we started this, you spoke a little bit about your father, not too much, and I heard in the beginning of the song, "Dear Father," right?
Yeah.
Right. So I felt like. And we spoke a little bit about it before. Mm-hmm. Was this a prayer to God? Was this a prayer to your father? And second, how was it to do this song with your brother? Because
it's a crazy story, man. Yeah. Like I said, it was dope. You know, it's crazy because he tell you the story. What happened was that I was really in the mood to like do a song that I wanted to talk to my dad, but I didn't know I didn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? But when I saw my brother was so happy, you know, that I was doing this music thing, he really like, you know, he was like, yo, you know, he was always singing my songs, you know, he was playing my songs in the car, he was telling people, yo, Mikey's a rapper, you know, that's cool. So I was like, yo, I wanna bring this guy from the dead, you know?
Yeah.
And and I remember we sat in the truck and I showed him the song, and I didn't tell him what I was doing with the song, I just told him I wanted him with the song. And he was like, yo, I'll start writing. And he didn't have bad lyrics, I just had the song already pre-written, written for him.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote the song about him because I know him, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I already knew what he was going through. You know what I mean? And we spoke about it, and you know, he was trying. He was like, yo, I'll put this word. I was like, no.
Yeah.
It wasn't until yesterday that I spoke to him and I told him what the structure of the song is. If you hear the hook, I'm crying out. We're crying out. You know what I mean? It's a prayer to my dad. You know what I mean? And I wanted to make it. This song meant a little bit more to me, and it came out beautiful. I love it, and Bronson did a great job. You know what I mean? And he did a wonderful job. It took a lot of takes, you know, but he did a wonderful job, and I'm glad he didn't like question. Yo, Mike, come on, man, I want to write something, because I knew he could write. You know, and I just had something already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, for him. You know, and I love his energy in the song. But yeah, I start off, dear Father, years later, I hope you hear me. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
It describes the frustration that me and him like go through, you know, since he died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wanted to really picture that to people. You know what I mean? But in a whole prayer. So, you know, that's why I wrote the song. And it's crazy because he was like, yo, when he found out, he was like, no way. And I was like, bro, I said I had to, man.
That's dope.
It was only right that you fit in that song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to put you on no, you know, shake the ass, you know, song.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. And that's a testament to how much he believes in you. You feel me?
Yeah.
To be able to trust you, and understanding that you had a vision for this, and he wanted to just contribute to that. So that's really dope on his behalf as well.
Please give a round of applause for that. You did a wonderful job. I love that song. I'm gonna hear it for the rest of my life, man. I love it.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, Mr. Infinite, back from the dead.
Okay, back from the dead, cuz. He said, I'm infinite, Papa. Like, I don't die. All right, so we're going to move on to the third song. It's called Hold It Down. Go ahead and spin that record for me, man. To get you to sing in my birthday party. Oh man, all right, so I felt there was a shift there. You're usually into and I don't think you limit yourself at all.
Nah.
You know, and I think just a few songs is proof of that.
Yeah.
So what made you feel you wanted to go more of an R&B-ish, pop-ish sound for this track?
For one, like I said in the beginning, man, I loved singing as a kid. I never showed it, you know, because that was something that I didn't want to show. You know what I mean? But as I grew, you know, music started evolving around me, and I started listening to more music, and I loved R&B. I've always loved R&B, you know? And so, you know, I love love songs. I love love songs.
Oh, yeah?
I never wrote one at the time, and I wanted to dedicate that song to a lot of, for one, not a lot of people, hold up. I wanted to dedicate that song to my girlfriend, Melanie over there. But the way I structure my songs, I definitely want other people to dedicate it to their girlfriends or their significant other. I want to make sure it's not just like, you know, like, oh, I'm saying like names or like, I want to make sure people can relate to it. You know what I mean? All my music, all my songs. And so, nah, man, I just wanted to try it, you know, and yeah, I loved it.
No, it was a success, man. That was amazing. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. I never did a love song like that. I wrote a lot of songs about exes, so you know, those are hits too. Yeah. No, man, that's dope. And I was gonna ask what was the motive behind it. So she's here. The motive
she's here.
Right here.
It's definitely the
that's
motive.
What's up. That's what's up. I would ask you to go in front of the camera, but it's cool you're filming. So All right. You know what? Let's jump into the next track. The next one is Rum. I mean, again, I heard the whole project before, but Rum was one of the first ones I heard before I was able to get like the project as a collective. That's a very fun song to me. So we're just gonna go ahead and spin Rum, man.
For sure. Let's go.
Down this memory lane, I found love. Wiping all my fears, cause women fucked up. Trying to find my enemy, falling for the enemies. I drink away my bottle filled with top rum. Fighting for hopes that this could change. I know hiding your emotion could lead damage to your brain. And thank the Lord I got you now. I feel a little sane. My mind spinning in directions, can't no compass understand, girl. You
Both Dominican here. So I know when you say rum, you're talking about Brugal. I get it.
Yeah.
Dominican drink for those who
I'm
haven't.
talking about the marijuana.
Yeah, right. That's it. But no, let's get into it, man. What's the meaning behind the song?
So I wanted to do like this little story tell because everybody has been in a toxic relationship, you know, and then meets a beautiful woman that really, you know, they're attracted to, has everything that they want. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you're like, okay, cool, man, she's the one.
Yeah.
But you know, you got prior relationships that really fucked you up, and you're like, I don't know. And then, you know, it's a mix of emotions. That's what Rum's about. It's about a man who really finds the love of his life, but doesn't know if that's the love of his life because his mind is fucking with him. You know what I mean? And so that's why, you know, he's riding around, you know, drinking rum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, but you know, the producers behind this, man, they did a wonderful job, man. Hurston and Reg, man, they did a wonderful job. I love this beat. Reg also did the Hold It Down beat, and I love that beat too.
Yeah,
but man, these songs, yeah, give it up for them, man. Please.
Hey, where's Hurston?
You got
Hurston the back, man, but he's
Hurston.
Nah, man, you guys did a great job, man. And like I said, again, it's something that they didn't need to do, but they, you know, they love the song. They, you know, they love me as a person. We love each other. We're like a family. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's respect to them. And yeah, man, I wanted to create a scenario where, you know, I could relate to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's going through heartbreak. You know, everybody's going through a toxic relationship, and you know, finds that love of their life, and you know, and it's tough, man. It's tough. It happens. You know what I mean? So that was the meaning behind it. I wanted to
Dope, man. I think most of
it's another sign of, it's another form of redemption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what this all leads to. You know what I mean? Redemption.
That's dope, man. And for those who don't know, Reg and Hurston, they're part of the internship program here at Asylum.
Yes.
They've been great help.
Give a round of applause for that, please.
It's really dope to be able to see, you know, people grow and collaborate. You feel me? And it shows like what we can do as people here.
Yeah.
This is Orlando, man.
Orlando,
come on, somebody.
Hey.
Come on, somebody. You know what I'm saying? All right. We got another track here. It's called Pressure.
Yeah.
That's the next one on the list. Hurston, go ahead and spin that track for us.
see, my life is handed blessings, and even though I was gifted, I struggled through depression and threw a ball at a tree in hopes I make it to Texas. For one day I'ma be the reason to my family's destiny. I thank the Lord for my brothers, they never giving up. If they had never set me straight, my life won't be the same. I'm writing music inspired and I won't give it up. This is a side that they ain't see cause it was filled with pain. Now I'm filling duffel bags and they got written letters to all the ones that said I'll make it, let's be great together. Cause I got haters that ain't made it, trying to hit up my cellar. And even though they hella fake, man, I'm still wishing them better. I'm just a different breed, and I could never see the bit of me. I hope one day this shit don't get to me.
Right off the bat, you can tell it's one of the deeper songs in the project.
Yeah.
So when it comes to music like that, where you gotta like really reach, you know what I'm saying, to like deep, I'm talking about like in your experiences and what
Yeah.
you've been through, you really got to go in there and expose yourself. Because that's what you're doing. You're exposing yourself.
For sure.
So what was the intention behind it? Was this something that you wanted to do for yourself to kind of, as a therapeutic, you know, way of getting through this? Or is this something to motivate people? What was the intentions behind it?
There's a lot of intentions, man. Like, I mean, for instance, like, my whole life, I've been writing to relieve pain for myself. And this is all, like I said, this is all structured from end to beginning. This should have been the first song, because this is where I explain my life. You know what I mean? Real me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to explain how it was for me from the beginning. You know, that's how it was. And you know, I was depressed as a 14-year-old. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of things that, you know, I did to relieve that pain. And you know, thank God I didn't do no bad stuff. You know what I mean? It was like, I took the right way. You know, I did sports. You know, and I wrote. But that was a talent to me. I never knew it. You know, and I felt like doing this song would show the world who Mike really is. Because you see me, I put a smile on my face, and you'll smile right back. You know what I mean? But you don't know who I am. Yeah. Because and that right there shows who exactly I am. A lot of my brothers and sisters who are watching, they never heard something like that from me. Because as a kid, you know, my family would tell you, I was a kid that you don't even know me. Yeah. You were in my family, you didn't even know me. I was a quiet kid. My dad died and I was mute. You know, so that's how I relieved pain, and that's how I relieved a lot of stuff in my life. And I felt like I had to do that song because I named it Pressure, because it was a lot of pressure on me as a kid. You know, trying to graduate, trying to make it in life. You know, it was a lot of things I was juggling. You know, for my life, for my family. You know, and I think this exactly shows who I was and what chapter I was at when I first started music. You know what I mean? So that's exactly, I wanted to reach out to the people who are depressed, the people out there who have, you know, who feel like they have nothing to hear. You know, nobody's really, they don't have a father figure. You know what I mean? I didn't have a father figure for a long time. You know what I mean? My brothers were my father figure. I'll tell you right now, my brother Danny, I talk to him every day. We talk about everything. You know, if I need something, he's there. You know?
Hey man, shout out to Dan. Come on, somebody make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. We need more men like that to step up. You feel me? Step up to the plate, bro. Man. It's something that there's a lot of pain that goes on in the world, and it's a lot easier to manage when you have people like that, you know, who are there for you. So that's dope, man. That's what's up. We got one more track on the project, right?
Yeah, this is called King's Edition.
Okay, this was a single. Yeah, this is a single right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and spin that. Go ahead and spin that track for us.
King's Edition.
Yeah. King's Edition Volume 1. Come on. Hey. Lost Prophets. Yeah.
The king is back.
Yeah, I'm back, so bow your head, I'm about to sit on this throne. Respectfully, I'll take the crown and let it speak for its own. Messiah sent above the heavens, came to show you who's on. The kid from Broward, but I'm repping 305 till I'm gone. Lyrically chefing El Hibachi, check the heat if it's on. But just be cautious, cause I'm likely to unleash a baton. I speak my truth upon a nation where the truth ain't upon. And see my people scraping dollars from the shoes of a don. Remember MIK3Y. You know the name, don't forget it. I'm the father of the rappers on your team. As for YNBC Records, we the champions of the league. Here to save you from the phonies that you see on many screens. CEO, nigga. Granted, I'm planting up a seed. Tuck another diamond record and I put it up my sleeve. Just in case they feeling reckless, I might hit them with a piece. Cause a pen wavy, the stems cave and they won't take me. I'm that crazy. If music had a son, then I'm that baby. In fact, my music running every block like it's crack. Save me the painkiller, morphine, spit a chlorine chiller. I came sicker, so now I hang out. King's Edition. King's Edition. King's Edition. King's Edition. I'm out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
A lot of
sir.
energy, bro. That track is definitely a crowd pleaser, because when you performed it at the last open mic here, you were able to get the crowd interacting with you.
Everybody was.
King's Edition. Volume 1.
Word up!
King's Edition.
Word Kings Edition Volume 1.
Yeah.
What's the story behind the name there?
King's Edition, man. A lot of people think I'm talking about, you know, like myself. And yeah, I am talking about myself, but I'm not talking only about myself. No,
When I take back that.
No. The reason why there's a Z at the end, because I'm talking about the next generation, and I'm talking about the people who are in my group. You know, we're all kings, and that's why I named my record label, because I feel like everybody who's been part of it, either partnered, you know, Salem Studios, you know, like Reg, Hurston, all the interns here, like. We're all kings, you know what I mean, and that was to top it off, to top off the whole EP, because I felt like it's like Mikey reincarnated. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like who's me? Who am I? You know what I mean? Like after all the depression and the frustration, like I'm that nigga. Yeah. You know what I mean?
All right, I feel it. Hey man, make some noise, bro. Amazing. That was an amazing experience. Being able to hear it together with you, being able to ask you these questions and getting these answers
I appreciate
with
it,
the family here. When is it set to release?
At 12 tonight, in like an hour.
Sir.
You guys go get it. It's gonna be on Apple, you know, Spotify, all that. You know, go listen to it. If you really liked it, man, I appreciate everybody coming here for real. So give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah.
You know.
Make some noise for yourselves. We are gonna enjoy the rest of the time here. We got drinks and food, courtesy of MIK3Y here, Mikey.
You know the
Thank you
name.
so much, man. Make some noise for yourselves. This was great, Mikey. Great job.
Yes, sir.